Yeah, it was my internet. By the way, if you live in Australia, don't ever get Dodo internet because it's shit. It cuts out so frequently. I've had nothing but issues with Dodo since I signed up. Alrighty, let's try that again, shall we, Mariam? Okay, don't worry about demanding exorbitant price because something in the hotel. Of course, you can also rent a room from a local or a travelling researcher around here. Because this place is a pit stop, the people that come here, it's a mixed bag, so keep your eyes wide open when you're selecting a place to stay. I like what you're wearing. They give you a kind of reminder. Think nothing of it. Travelling is physically demanding. The most important things to have on your trip are adequate food and a safe shelter. And these are the least we can do for our guests. Thank you for your biryani. Maasudi, researcher. It's time to hire new mercenaries for the next study. Another bill to pay. Are you short financially? I have 17 million more. I'm happy to donate to the cause. Sort of. Instead of saying that I don't have enough money, it's more accurate to say that the allocated funds are always delayed. True. Actually, that'd be a pretty cool facility in the game. If you could invest in something and then see a return of more money. So I could invest in like a researcher from the academia, or I could do an investment in a cargo ship from Liwa. You know, things like that. That'd be really cool. And then, you know, people would have more mora to level up their characters in the long term. Whatever. Because I travel the desert frequently to investigate the ruins mechanisms. The ruins? Can you just say the ruin mechanisms? I've already taken up residence at Caravan Rabat just to save on the travel. Oh my word, travel costs. Even so, I still have to pay out of pocket. Is the academia doing this to warn us against going deep into the desert? Possibly. I can't really speak for their interests, but they seem kind of anti-desert. Maybe I'm just overthinking, and the academia is just too poor. If I'd known this would happen, I would have taken a job for the fortifications instead. Probably would have been in your better interests, but nowhere near as fun. Right, who are we not talking to? Safi! Hello, are you going to Samaria City? Do you need a bodyguard? I was the one who escorted Gohar into the city. Who's Gohar? Gohar? Oh, sorry. I forgot outsiders don't know about Gohar. She's a beautiful lady that everyone here in Caravan Rabat likes. Oh, she's the flower. Whoever meets her can't help but say a few words of praise to her. It's a pity you can't get to meet her in person. Some weeks ago, she received a letter from a dusk bird, though I still don't know what that is. Then she asked me to send her to Samaria City. It was so much fun. I mean, it was an unforgettable work experience. Well, you're confident. If you're that strong, why don't you join the Aramites? You have a pretty good life if you can handle security jobs or escorting cargoes. I think Brother Abak is doing it for our safety, but he always gives us jobs that don't require travelling to the city or facing any danger. I can't deny that it's easy, but it's so boring. Even window shopping and canning horror fruits would be more interesting on these commissions. Welcome to the life of a mercenary, my dear. What's up here? Fear! You, not bad. What? Thanks? You need to thank me. I wasn't praising you. It's just an objective evaluation of your skill. What skill? You haven't seen me utilize a skill. Sometimes the more capable a person is, the more dangerous they are too, right? That is very true. I may just be in charge of logistics, but I can never be too careful. Ooh, she sees me as a threat. Nice. I like it when people feel threatened by me. Hey, back. Oh, wait, you're the one who's giving out the generous commissions. Ah, brother. My sister Safi seems to have gone missing again. Now she's downstairs, dude. Are you looking for someone? Yes. Please don't get me wrong. Safi isn't my real sister. It's because we're a very close-knit group, so we call each other okay. Our group just received a few new commissions, and one of them really suits her. But she's nowhere to be found. I guess she wandered off somewhere again. Why don't you do it yourself? That would be necessary. We're not that short-handed. I'm the leader of the Aramites in Caravan Rabat. It's best if I stay to supervise public safety here and carry out the maintenance of the Wall of Samiel. Those are basic orders from the academia, and I can deal with them on my own. As for the other commissions, my brothers and sisters can see to them. If all of us can make money, we'll live happily together. Need my help? It's okay. It's not an emergency. No need to bother anyone else. She should be able to take care of it herself on her own. But you'd better watch yourself. In this place, quite a lot of people can come and go. If you know what I mean. Did you just threaten me? He totally didn't, but still. Benham, researcher. Hi. We're going to have a really, really awkward, COVID-safe conversation here, sir. Hello, how can I help you? Who are you? Even though I started this conversation, who are you? The Academia sent me here to take care of overseeing and maintaining the fortification work at the desert's edge. I usually stay at the pit stop. The rainforest is of utmost importance to the lives of Samaria's people. We can't allow the desert to erode it. Willow Sawmill is our key defense against the sandstorm. We must practice thorough and effective defense with it. It kind of looked like it was an organic growth. Are you telling me it was manufactured? What is it made out of? It just looks like wood, right? I'm not imagining that. It just looks like a wall of wood. Oh, it's actually stone. That's what you get for looking at the colour and not the texture. Yeah, the texture could look woody. But still, it does not look man-made. But whatever. You do you, boo. Go to Ari Village. Oh, Ari Village is going to give me the map. Really well is part of the map. I'll take it. Going into the desert. Am I supposed to interact this thing at all, by the way? Bulletin board. Although it seems there's no need for Gilded Journey to advertise, as it's the only hotel, yeah. I'm sorry, the punctuation was getting to me. It was a full stop, and it doesn't seem like it should be one sentence. Yet our barbecue is savoury with the authentic tinge from the desert. Way more authentic than in the city. For exhausted travellers, be sure to come for a taste. I'm not big on barbecue flavour, so no. But thanks! Sorry, I'm just checking out the architecture from this side. Alright, okay. We took out for scarabs and plants. How am I gonna find scarabs? Jeez. They're gonna be like the stupid beetles. Hey, Sealy! Oh my. It's a sandstorm, guys. I can't see shit. So cool. Lisa Sealy. Oh my word, did you see that? Oh, love it. Anyway, sorry. Sealy, I got distracted. Where did you go, oh Sealy? Oh shit, I lost him already. I was distracted. Ah, there you are. Ooh, eremites. Hi.
Scatter!
Yeah, you heard the lady. Scatter.
A reward on the road.
Hi.
Propagate!
Be still.
Oh wow, look at the ground during a battlefield. Die. Soz. Look at all that meat I could use later. Hey, you guys stalking me?
Cascade.
Wait, where'd the poison come from? There was like poison on the floor. That's weird. Enigmatic page. Collect all 10 pages to form 1,000 nights for. Righto. I don't see that happening, but righto. Anyway. I'm not exploring. I just want to kill the eremites. See, these are treasure hoarders. I don't really... Wow, literal tumbleweed. I don't really need to kill these guys. It's a chest there, so maybe I do.
Want a taste of my hammer?
Couldn't you be eremites? Would have made me happier at the very least. Oh, I forgot Aika was still in the party. Oops, sorry, Beto. To be fair, I mean, the elements work quite well together. Having Hydro then Cryo. But I'm so sorry. That wasn't meant to be.
Take flight! Go as one!
Drifting in the wind.
The wrong test subject.
I got a nut from killing him. Did I just take a shiv to his balls and cut one off?
Is this an
That was interesting.
from this world? Come with me.
What did we do? Break the tumbleweed. So a tumbleweed just sort of joined the fight. I don't know if I can really be given credit for that. It wasn't by choice. I didn't even see it. I can't even see the village. I mean, they said don't stray from the road, but I can't even see the village. Okay, there's the road. Found the road. Aromites? Nope, treasure orders. Oh my, look at this little mechanical scorpion. Isn't he adorable? Look at him. His little pincer. I was wondering whether you were going to inherit and attack me. It seemed like for a moment you weren't going to. Yo, that's a lot of meat from a tiny little scorpion. Get it before it gets too high. Got it. Aru Village. As I said, Aru is the name of the field of reeds, the afterlife for the Egyptians. So it's interesting that they took this term for one of their villages. Interesting. So they're built into the rock forms.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check it out!
Is it just me or does it look empty?
Wow!
I don't see a single person. Ooh, Sano. Why is he just attacking us arbitrarily? I don't know you, sir. Why are you attacking us? Are you just testing our merit?
Sino.
Oh, you know Sino. Right, of course, from academia. Which I had no clue about until Yal told me.
Fails me. We have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Fair question. Yeah, I didn't know what Sino's connection was to anything, but you guys... It's not really a spoiler, but you kind of spoiled it for me in the comments, saying that Sino trained with Lisa at the academia. Yeah, so I kind of could have done without that knowledge, but it was there. So I didn't expect to see him at Aru though, since we're seeing Candace at Aru. I didn't think we were going to get both of them at the same time. Okay, so you two knew each other from the academia. You didn't really chat, and now he's being abusive towards you. Good question. Sino, what up, bruh?
Aether, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Is Sino anti-academia?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
I disagree with that.
Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Aether? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
So is he after me or you? I'm confused. Who's he after? Is he after me because I've wronged the Fatui at the academia, or is he after you because of question mark?
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Aether, to the point of blocking an attack for him.
Wait, dude, didn't you attack me? Or did I thought you attacked me. I guess I must have been defending Aether.
If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
Sir, you have allied yourself with an institution that is currently like the height of corruption right now. So it's hard to really put credit behind your words.
I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time.
Okay, it's up to you, not me. Great.
I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things.
I'd rather you did.
Alhaitham. I saw it during our fight.
Oh, I've just noticed something. I'll put it out in a sec.
Take it out.
I'll put it out in a sec.
The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
But what has that got to do with Sino?
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes Amatra's senses.
Oh, do they get some like sort of extra supernatural sense when they join up?
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance.
He disappeared? Why? And as a desert man, does he support the Desert King? The Scarlet... What is he called? Scarlet King? King Dashrat? Or since he works for the Academia, is he more team Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious?
Ah, and that would be why he ran off.
If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission from the sages? Sons of bitches.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
Yes, he's been difficult, but that doesn't mean he's wrong.
You two! What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
It, can be honest, it kind of feels like Kaya and Diluc a little bit. I mean, completely different personalities, but like it feels similar to that sort of antagonism.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
What the frig, mother of God, are you doing here? Are you no longer in charge of Denizad's protection? Is she staying within her home's walls and therefore she doesn't need a bodyguard beyond the mansion? Or whatever it is she stays in. The family estate. But why are you here of all places? You can't be the person Nahida sent us to meet. Actually, speaking of which, where is the person Nahida sent us to meet? I still wonder if she was suspecting that Alhaitham was going to be here. What are you doing here, girl?
Wait, Dia?
And you know these two? But you have nothing to do with the Academia. I guess you may have run into each other at some point. I still can't get over this. It just reminds me of the Yu-Gi-Oh symbol. That's like that's an upside down pyramid, yeah? That's what it reminds me of.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
Good point, actually. If I can't choose between column A and column B, we like column C right here.
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Actually, that's kind of funny because there's an A for Alhaitham and a C for Sino.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure.
Oh, should we take a seat on the side and place bets? Is that the kind of vibe I'm getting now?
Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
She must be from Aru Village. Hey, Sealy! Yeah, before she went to work as a mercenary in Samari City. Yeah, I'd pay to see that, actually. Please, can I put wager on Dia? Dia, sorry. Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dia. They're still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoosh. Is Hatham gonna disappear? Or is Sino gonna disappear?
What's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Ah, that's unfortunate for you.
Another sandstorm?
Sino's gone.
What's up with these recently?
Candace appears. Oh. You're saying this is not normal in its frequency. Hey, Candace.
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
It's that bad that we have to take cover. Excuse me, Candace. I need to go get my statue in the background first, please.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such
Sino's still
hard
there.
work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
This is great. We're having a nice grown-up conversation. I mean, the fact that everyone here are adults, more or less. Paimon, I don't count. Traveler, I count with an asterisk. As opposed to all the other quests where there's always at least one young person on the team. We're all old. This is great. Wait. Wait, are you fast traveling me somewhere? Bitch! I want to get the statue. Is that too much to ask for? I want to see the map. Okay, I guess I'll see it in a moment. You too. Oh my word. It's like a cold war going on in here. Oh my god. Candace, can you please break a silence? I thought Dia would be useful. Dia's not been very useful.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Very awkward indeed.
Hey, want to play sardines with 3 people who want to tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
I have a question, Paimon. What the frig is sardines? I don't understand it in the concept of a game. I don't get it.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
Who's the village chief and why are we just appropriating his room like this?
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru village.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude, and I still am wondering at the name choice. I've been wondering it since Candace was introduced, and was like, your name is so not Sumerian. But then again, I don't actually know the origins of the name Candace, so I could be wrong, but it just doesn't sound like it belongs.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Your husky voice is reminding me kind of Esmeralda-y.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand.
Do you know the 3 of them? I mean, assuming Dia's from here, you would know her at the minimum.
As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
God, your plosives are killing me. Again, I don't know if it's just my earbuds. Maybe I need to get new earbuds, but her plosives are smashing hard.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
She's adorable. I love her.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
Oh, that endeared her to me far more than previously.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those 2 should probably start talking.
Can you tell me why you're even here?
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission.
Ooh, then why?
Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Yeah, but why?
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
It took you this long to comprehend the corruption of the sages? Dude, I knew it from the moment I stepped foot in the city. I knew that they were going to be corrupt. You know, the Akashas are a bit of a dead giveaway. But it took you that long? Dude, how long have you worked with them? Also, sending yourself into exile doesn't solve any problem whatsoever. It just removes you from the equation. Please tell me you're trying to find proof or something.
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning.
Because you hold power that they do not.
Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
Wow, he had the audacity to say that? I would have beheaded him there and then. To be fair, I'm more murder hobo than your average person, so...
So they really are up to no good.
Bro, like you didn't already know that shit. Don't even pretend like you didn't know.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge.
Again, it's taking you this long to find that out. Oh, I pity you.
The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
Yup. Have you had any dealings with Il Dottore by any chance? I was about to say Il Capitani, but no, that's Natlan. So you decided to exile yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take
You're
action
not wrong.
against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions.
Yeah, no, I'm all for this. I give my full support. The question is, what are you doing in your exile? If you're just sitting around twiddling your thumbs, then we have an issue. Or do you think that Alhaitham has a clue and that's why you're targeting him?
I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
That's what I like to hear.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Don't know about that. I think he's a little more scary because he's undercover. It's not to really trust him. What if that whole story was made up?
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning, Alhaitham was the sages. But what do you mean from the very beginning?
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Alhaitham?
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
Wait, hold up. This is before we even met Alhaitham. This is before we even colluded with Nahida. So how did the traveler pose a threat to the academia before she even knew what the academia was? Is it because of our squabble with the Fatui and the doctor is the one pushing this?
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward?
Yes. By the way, why do you have your Akasha terminal still working? You do know that they have listening devices on them. FYI, you should probably disconnect that bad boy.
So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages.
Also, I dare say they can track you down with it. I'd be turning it off.
Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Very true. Now that you mention it, things did go like that. Is that enough to prove his innocence?
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you.
At this point, nah, I don't see the value in it.
I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
Also agree. Whether you're being truthful or not remains to be seen, but I do agree with what you're saying.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
He could be one of your greatest assets, Sino. I would not be putting him off just yet.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Yeah, Boo, why are you here?
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
Is she playing me right now?
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What was that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Interesting that there are creatures in sandstorms. You know what would be really cool though? If we could all go outside and as a party attack the creatures outside, you know? The four of them acting autonomously, so we're like a party, and I just pick one character, in which case the Traveler would be good. You know, that would be amazing. I really wish this game would actually give more NPC fights. NPC-aided fights, you know what I meant.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
I would much prefer fighting alongside the NPC than becoming the NPC to fight within a particular quest. it feels more fun and more organic to play with them and not play as them. I know 99% of people would disagree with me on that front because they'd be like, oh, we get to try a character that's different from normal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that's what trials are for. I think during the actual gameplay, I would prefer that we fight alongside each other because that's more realistic to the situation at hand.
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
After a while, the winds outside begin to calm. But I wanted to fight.
Down. That means the sandstorm's over, right?
The fact that you can see sunlight coming through the window tells me that yes, it is over.
Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. All right, so the point I was going to make quite some time ago. Do you notice something missing from Sino's anatomy? No? You guys not familiar with the Chinese censure laws? I can't really think of the words I'm looking for. Yeah, Bra doesn't have any nipples. Apparently, nipples are a forbidden part of the anatomy to Chinese entertainment. I don't know what's so sexual about a male's nipple. I mean, it's not like it's a breast. I get that, you know, same, but like also not same. So a lot of media that comes from China, and actually a lot of Asian countries, but particularly China, the males do not have nipples. And I didn't notice that on Sino when I played him last time, but I noticed it during the cutscene, and you'll notice that this thing actually covers that part of his chest through most of those cutscenes, I think deliberately, so that you couldn't notice that there was nothing there. But yeah, just a little fun fact, no nipples.